If you've been interested in starting up a real estate investment portfolio, I'm guessing you probably started by doing some research, asking around, but kind of seems like when you ask everybody in real estate, they're saying the same thing, just buy a duplex. You know, that old mantra of live in one side, rent out the other. Let the other tenant help cover your mortgage. Sounds simple, and yeah, sometimes it can be that easy. But the more time I've spent looking into this and the deeper dive I took into real estate investment strategies, like in today's market, the more I realized something that has become very apparent. That traditional duplex strategy is becoming harder and harder for regular buyers to actually pull off. I mean, the competition's brutal. And from the financing side, that's where it kind of gets more complicated. Now, in many of the markets here in the US, the magic numbers you're looking to hit for the deal to actually make sense, those numbers are barely working anymore. But during all this research, I kept noticing another strategy, and I kept coming back to it. Instead of buying a duplex, buyers out there are actually creating their own version of a duplex inside a regular single-family home. And honestly, for a lot of people in 2026, this may actually be the smarter route to take. Okay, so let's first shed some light on why the duplex strategy has gotten harder. If you've started searching for duplexes lately, you already know what's happening. The second a decent one ends up hitting the market, competition for it spikes immediately. There's many cash buyers out there, or larger investors jump on it right away. Now, the properties that are affordable to somebody looking to get started, those are likely needing major repairs, replacement of the property's outdated systems, or they're in a location that doesn't support the return on your investment that you've been hoping for. Now, honestly, the financing side is where things really start getting difficult, because once buyers move into triplexes or fourplexes, there are often extra rules lenders will need to follow. For example, some government-backed loans, larger multi-unit properties may need to pass something called a self-sufficiency test. And all that really means is the rental income has to be strong enough to support the overall payment of the property. In many markets right now, that's becoming a lot harder to achieve. And now if buyers want a more traditional financing approach instead, many lenders, they're going to require larger down payments, stronger reserves, or just stricter qualifications. So the strategy everyone online keeps calling the easy way into investing doesn't always feel very easy anymore. And this is the part most YouTube videos are skipping. They show the success story, but you're not seeing all of the failed offers, competition with deeper pockets outbidding your offer, or the frustration regular buyers are running into time and time again. Again, with all of that, I kept coming across another way to get started. During all this research, I really started to get into this different approach. Instead of buying properties that are already duplexes, buyers were finding single-family homes that could function similarly to a duplex. And they do that by looking for homes with features like walkout basements, separate entrances in the house. Maybe there's a basement apartment or an in-law suite, maybe an extra kitchen, a private lower level space. That's going to be a gold mine. Now suddenly, the entire strategy started looking different to me, because instead of fighting investors for a small number of duplexes that are available, buyers could search a much larger pool of homes. That's the key shift. So instead of buying a duplex, you're creating one inside a regular home with minimal renovations needed to have a separated unit structure. Those sort of opportunities are far more common in many markets out there than people even realize. So now that you have the gist of it, we should start processing how this strategy actually works. First thing comes into play when you start. You'll need to search differently than you had before. Instead of filtering listings for multifamily, start your search by looking for the separate basement entrances, the walkout basements, extra laundry hookups, or basement kitchen setups. A spot where another dwelling unit could have potential is a place like a private lower level layouts. That separate entrance, though, is key. Those type of features are what creates privacy, separation, and a lot more comfortable setup for both people. And depending on the city, it may also be important legally. Now, where this strategy really became interesting revolves around the financing side of it, because it's that much more simple. Because now, the buyer is usually financing a standard owner-occupied single-family home. That will often come with the lower down payment options, the simpler loan approval, and easier financing guidelines overall with more flexibility. Believe me when I tell you, that can make a huge difference for a first-time buyer or moderate income buyers trying to offset today's higher monthly payments with this approach. This is key though. The legal side matters, and now it's the important part. Not every basement setup can legally be rented. Before moving forward, buyers should do their diligence on local zoning rules and some rental requirements, proper egress window permits, ceiling height requirements, and safety standards. The goal here is always going to be an opportunity that is safe, legal, and insurable, because taking any sort of shortcuts here can create a real headache and a lot of risk later. So let's walk through a simplified example and show you why the numbers can work. Imagine a $450,000 home with 5% down. The full monthly payment might land somewhere around $3,100 a month, all in. Now imagine the basement apartment rents for roughly $1,500 a month. Suddenly, your effective housing costs drops closer to around $1,600 a month. And in many areas, that's comparable to or even lower than renting. Except now you're building equity, you're owning an appreciating asset, and reducing your own housing costs. Doing that all at the same time. That's the real power of this strategy. It's nothing like getting rich quick, and it's not passive income overnight. It's reducing your cost of living while building long-term ownership. So why are many buyers starting to consider this approach? Well, to start out, there's more inventory. There are far more single-family homes with basement potential than there are duplexes. What that's going to mean to you is more options and less competition, and often better negotiating power. With more inventory, there's also neighborhoods with more opportunity. Many duplexes that are for sale right now are concentrated in the older, investor-heavy areas or neighborhoods. They have slower appreciation. On the other side, single-family homes with basement suites are often located in stronger school districts, newer neighborhoods, and areas with stronger long-term demand. Also, I think more privacy is another big one. A basement apartment with a separate entrance often feels much different than sharing a wall with a duplex. And for many buyers, it feels far closer to living in a regular home. This strategy, again, not passive income overnight. You're still dealing with tenants, maintenance, repairs, communication, and responsibility. And yes, having somebody live on your property requires maturity and boundaries. But compared to the traditional duplex route, many buyers are realizing this strategy may offer better flexibility, easier entry, and a much more realistic path into ownership. And that's especially so in today's market. For years, house hacking was always explained the same way. Go buy a duplex. But the market's changed. And for many buyers in 2026, the smarter opportunity may actually be hiding inside regular homes. Not because it's a gimmick, not because it's a loophole, but because buyers are adapting to the more difficult market with the higher interest rates, tighter affordability, and tougher competition all around. So if you've been struggling to make the traditional duplex strategy work, maybe the answer isn't finding a better duplex. Maybe it's looking at all of those single family homes for sale, just looking at them a little bit differently. Hey guys, if this video helped you think about real estate in a new way, hit subscribe. And if you want help figuring out whether this strategy could work in your market, drop a comment below. Because like I'm finding out sometimes, the best investment opportunities don't actually look like investment properties at all.